Welcome to my channel. Try to hear the latest story.
My fiancée picked her former boyfriend over me just 7 days prior to our ceremony. I shed tears for a single evening. Afterward, I liquidated the band. 2 days on, she was ringing incessantly. I'm a 32-year-old guy. Or I was meant to be a 32-year-old tying the knot next weekend. A week back, that shifted. My fiancée Qley, 29, pulled me aside, a week ahead of the nuptials, hid in the wardrobe, and declared she couldn't proceed. Reason: still smitten with her old flame Randy, 30. Yes, Randy. The adolescent error she vowed was in the past. Evidently, the past resurfaced a month earlier and they've been rekindling. It hit like an unexpected surge. For years as a couple cohabiting for two, I selected a $12,000 band. Her ideal gem, site inspection completed, her gown settled, my folks' irreversible airfare reserved. Qley wept apologies, didn't intend for this. She understood she was compromising. With me, great. I didn't shout, merely gazed. Inquired if she was certain. She affirmed. If Randy was on standby, he was. She truly mentioned, he's been incredibly helpful during this tough epiphany. I imagine. She gathered an overnight case for her siblings' place. I passed it on the sofa, emptied inside. Indeed, I wept. Awoke. Spotted the marriage notice on the cooler. A switch flipped. Icy lucidity. Fine. Adjust. Initially, contacted my top groomsman Lewis, informed him. Standard reaction, she did what? Then my strategy. Next, the band. Brought it to a trusted gem dealer famous for purchasing pre-owned items. Received an estimate. Not $12K. Second-hand market is harsh. They proposed $7,200. Accepted it. Funds. Deposited them. Finished. This occurred 48 hours post her revelation. Began notifying suppliers, location, bloom arranger, food provider, some empathetic, some referenced irreversible terms. Comprehensible. Tearing off the plaster. Then this dawn, my device erupted. Qley, rings, messages, texts. Logan, we must converse. Logan, respond, it's critical. Logan, where's the band? My mother inquired. Yeah, that's the situation. She's eager to discuss. Haven't responded so far. Portion of me desensitized. Another segment oddly systematic. Update 1, whoa. The feedback was immense. Appreciate the encouragement and the private messages with firm views on her. Therapeutic, truthfully. So, Qley, the calls persisted. Following the 15th, I answered. Maintained my tone steady. Me, greetings, Qley. Logan, at last. Why ignore my attempts? Me, occupied. What's pressing? Mother was questioning the band, coverage or such. And I pondered, as the ceremony isn't occurring, I ought to return it to you, or we can decide its fate. The boldness. Me, no band to resolve. Qley, explain? The betrothal band. Disposed of it. Roughly 3 days passed, Qley. Quiet. Then? You disposed of it? Sans consulting me? A matter to debate? You concluded the betrothal, my asset, my acquisition. I managed it, but it was our band. It represented our bond, which you dissolved. Representation irrelevant now, right? Sobs commenced. Typical Qley. Qley. But that cost a lot, Logan. What amount? You ought to have informed me. Perhaps I could have liquidated it or retained it for emotional value. Emotional value for the bond she sabotaged? Unlikely. Me. Reasonable sum. Funds in my account. Partial compensation for irreversible marriage expenses. What? You can't simply act that way. That sum. Sum belongs to me. We chose it jointly. You selected it. I funded. You abandoned the pledge. Conclusion. She continued on my injustice. How Randy believes I'm retaliatory. Oh, Randy opines? Nice to learn. She even stated this isn't the guy I believed you were. Ma'am, you demolished our existence for a fellow you labeled an error. You can't preach to me. The presumption is astonishing. She honestly assumed she'd halt the ceremony. And I'd what? Safeguard the band for her? Deliver the funds so she and Randy could fund a romance haven? Informed her I was managing supplier terminations? Would forward a detailed roster of any mutual expenses or her particular items. Her gown modifications, if the boutique bills, she'd have to settle. Qley. Mutual expenses? You arranged most. Yes, for our ceremony. The ceremony you aborted. You don't explode a device and depart unscathed. She disconnected. Expected. Messages began. I can't fathom you did this. So unjust. One highlight. Randy is repulsed by your conduct. He claimed he'd never handle a lady that way. Nearly responded. Is he aware you were pledged to me recently? Refrained. Stonewall. Essentially. Recovered around 30% of payments. Location $8,000 forfeit. Food provider retaining $2,500. Bloom arranger $800 or $1,500. Vacation $6,000 bundle. Irreversible. Guess who's heading alone to an exotic haven? Me. Or with Lewis. Band funds $7,200. Offset some deficits but still short. Additional ahead, doubtless. Her folks haven't intervened. Upcoming phase of amusement. TLDR. Qley shocked. I liquidated the band. Won't provide her funds. Considers me unjust for demanding she confront monetary repercussions. Randy, expert in partnership morals. Concurs. Update 2. 7 days since the bombshell. Breakup day. Complete week since Qley unleashed the explosion. Debris circulating now involving family elders. Mrs. Albright, Qley's mother Judith, rang yesterday. Sugary poison. Judith, Logan, sweetheart. Such a shock. Qley mentioned you'd liquidated the lovely band. Mrs. Albright, Qley terminated the betrothal. Band was mine to liquidate. Well, affirmative, but an emblem of affection you both held. Qley's distressed. Thinks you were malicious. I acted to lessen major monetary shortfalls. Malice wasn't the main motivator. Alright, perhaps a smidge. Then the punch. Logan, we Russell, Mr. Albright, and I have losses too. My attire, adjustments, Russell's outfit, pre-wedding meal payment, $1,500. Me exasperating. I've suffered considerable sums as well. Yes, well, since you recovered from the band, and this was abrupt, Russell and I anticipated you'd assist us. After all, you were abandoned. Customary for the groom's family to manage these. Prevent humiliation for her kin. Nearly chuckled. Customary? Is it customary for the bride to leap to a prior partner days before and anticipate the rejected groom to cover her parents' event attire? Me, Mrs. Albright, Qley chose. Monetary aftermath is hers. I'm not accountable. I addressed my deficits. That's all. But Logan, we viewed you as kin. So calculating. Qley is shattered. Randy has been a pillar. Agrees this isn't how to treat near family. Randy, ethical judge once more. Me, my stance mirrors truth. Qley is grown and selected. She and her fresh companion can manage outcomes. Won't debate this anymore. Concluded the discussion. She was stammering about letdown. Nighttime. Email from Qley. Topic, we must be equitable. Logan, mother informed me. So deeply wounded. Not merely funds. Dignity. Liquidating band sans dialogue. Insult. Declining to aid mother and father. They invested for the event. Randy stated if situation swapped, he'd sense ethical duty. He's aiming to be magnanimous. Perhaps you should. Detailed expenses. Mother's attire adjustments. $750. Father's outfit. $500. Pre-wedding meal payment. $1,500. My ceremony gown care set. 200 attendance presents my portion. 200 overall. $2,950. Equitable. You handle this. You received $7,200 for band purchased for me. So funds shared. Subtract $2,950 from $7,200. Forward me remainder $4,250. Or settle $2,950 to mother and father. Retain balance as compensation though I'm psychologically scarred. Qley. Brazenness. Psychologically scarred. She's scarred. Randy. Virtuous advisor. Providing views while with my previous fiancé. Didn't answer straight. Assembled my roster. Location termination. My payment forfeited $8,000. Food provider payment forfeited. $2,500. Bloom arranger payment forfeited. $800. Photographer payment. My outfit. Bespoke. $900. Attendance presents. $350. Qley's gown payment. Funded by me. $1,000. Our vacation portion. My share. I'm absorbing. $3,000. Some. I'm short. Prior to band disposal. $18,050. Dispatched brief response. Qley. My monetary deficits from your choice now at $10,850. Post the $7,200 from band disposal applied. Will not address your or your parents' outlays. Regard monetary talks ended. Logan. No response. Roughly 24 hours. Pleasant. Solo vacation appears enticing. Me. Sure. Beverages. Attire boutique contacted me. My contact on document. Regarding last settlement adjustment. Advised them Kayla Albright is only liaison. Supplied her contact. Minor. Chilly contentment. Update 3. No response. Endured 12 hours. Then Randy messaged. Randy. Hi Logan. Kayla's devastated. Understand your pain but total destruction isn't right. Decent individual. Difficult decision. Bankrupting her is base. This. From him. Me Randy. Monetary setups are result of Kayla's choice not to devastate her. She halted ceremony with irreversible expenses. Realities. Yeah, but band funds? For her. Her folks short funds. Simplify this. Band provisional on union not transpiring. Earnings counter my expenses. Her parents' outlays among them and Kayla. Unfruitful dialogue. Don't reach me again. Wow. Remarkable. Kayla merits superior. She selected. Evidently you're the one. Best wishes. Obstructed. Completed. Vengeance. Not cinematic. Simply. Disentangling myself. Permitting inherent results to occur. Suppliers. Terminated my portion. 8 payments. Some duo agreements. Photographer. Solid fellow. Kayla contacted him. She and Randy considering modest vow event. Questioned if he could apply the payment for basic option. Philip. Initial agreement nullified. Payment irreversible. Fresh reservation requires fresh agreement payment. Date rescheduled. Kayla erupted. Charged him with allegiance to me. Unethical. Philip. Faithful to agreements and rules. Location. Retained my $8. Kayla rang. Inquired if. Since she didn't terminate but I did. Her phrasing. Could she retrieve payment or transfer to lesser space? Supervisor. She notified me event was cancelled. Payment lost. Randy rang apart. Attempting to bargain. Location ought to display empathy. Location. Reserve and settle like fresh customer. He declined. Tire. Boutique rang Kayla for final settlement. $2,500. I'd settled $1,000 payment on it. She declined. Latest report. Through associate. Notice warning recovery. Not my issue. Vacation. $6,000 irreversible bundle. Kayla messaged fresh contact. Regarding vacation. Minimum you can offer is permit me and Randy to utilize it. Settled for. Squander else. Peace gesture. So we progress. A peace gesture? Donating my aborted vacation to her and Paramore? Nerve. Answered. Bundle under my identity. Non-assignable. Will savor it personally. Enjoy your existence, Kayla. Reserve travel for Louis. His fair additional but idea of us drinking beverages on our vacation shore while she manages attire obligations? Invaluable. Societal repercussions. Haven't defamed. Rumors spread. Ceremony off days prior. Bride with prior. Shared acquaintances backing me. Her intimate pals. She pursued her emotions. Me? Her emotions have costly awkward scheduling. The Albrights humiliated. Not by Kayla but my stingy approach. Judith informed associate I've revealed real nature. She's relieved Kayla evaded. Evaded what? Accountability. Received a notice. Lawyer seeking. Recovery firm. For bridal boutique. Directed to Kayla. Former residence. Unopened. Returned to originator. Recipient no longer here. Felt positive. Kayla rang last evening. Fresh contact. Didn't answer. Recording. Genuine weeping. Logan. Kindly. Horror. Tire boutique. Damage my rating. Mother and father enraged over pre-wedding meal. Randy helpful but strained. All expect him to resolve it. Says this your blame for being spiteful. Not softening impact. Can't you assist? For past memories. Past memories when organizing ceremony with me while rekindling with former no chance. Erased. Band funds vanished. Consumed by payments. I'm yet short almost 11 grand for the event proper but it's doable. Price of insight. Final update. Hey community. Concluding on this. Half year since the crisis. Existence altered. Improved. Vacation with Lewis. Legendary. Margaritas. Sun damage. Scarcely recalled Kayla. Avoided disaster reflections. Not self-pity. Vacant spot on aircraft en route. Odd but distant by arrival. Qley and Randy. Turbulent. Finances. Attire boutique chased obligation. Qley collapse. Albrights denied rescue. Still resentful. Randy unwilling to spend $2,500 on attire. Qley wouldn't don for him. Learned Qley settled in portions. Additional temporary work. Painful. Residence. Get paired. Compact unit. Modest vow event. Never materialized. Commencing amid monetary sentimental ruins isn't storybook. Socially. Uncomfortable. Former shared pals aligned with me or maintained space. Qley griped I tainted all. No dear your deeds. Randy. Aura faded. Less helpful pillar. More fellow griping about his pressure. Astonishing. Encountered Judith Albright at market. Spotted me. Blanched. Veered into different lane. Trivial gratification. Me. Fresh residence. Alternate area of city. Fresh start. Funds forfeited. Accepted it. A costly insight but acquired. Concentrating on career. Fitness. Companions. Romancing. Not immediately. No hurry. Receptive to it. Incident didn't embitter me. More selective. Conscious of my value. No theatrical clash. Presumptuous folks seldom gain revelations. Locate fresh folks default. Qley informing others I was sentimentally distant why she searched solace elsewhere. Altered narrative. Doesn't hurt. Distraction. Optimal reprisal. Constructing superior existence sans them. Allowing their selections forge own results. They excavated pit. My move. Cease supplying escape or protection funded by me. Still possess detailed roster dispatched to Qley. Examine it occasionally. Not fury. Memento. Defended myself serenely logically. My relic. Proof of not being pushover. Existence continues. Calmer. Positive manner. Wouldn't exchange it. Grateful for hearing. Assisted.